everyone, welcome to this video on negative externalities in consumption. We're going to look at the free market equilibrium, the social optimum, and also the welfare loss, as well as revise some of the topics related to this. So we're dealing with consumption. So remember, we're dealing with demand, and with demand comes these three sets of vocab: MPB, MEB, and MSB. MPB is marginal private benefit, and this means the benefit to the individual of the individual consuming an extra unit of their good or service. Remember, it was really super important to remember the extra unit. MEB, this is the externality. This was the marginal external benefit, and it's the benefit that third parties receive. Remember, that benefit could be like good, could be bad. In this video, it's negative externality, so it's going to be really bad, really harmful, of an individual consuming an extra unit of the good or service. That's marginal external benefit. And then marginal social benefit is the total benefit society faces of an individual consuming an extra unit of the good or service. MSB means marginal social benefit. Remember, we have this really cool equation. You can add these things up together. MPB plus MEB equals MSB. Now, what's tricky with the negative externalities, obviously it's like harming third parties, yet we still have to use MEB vocab, right? So we still have marginal external benefit, yet we want to communicate something bad. So we've got benefit, but we want to communicate something bad. So we kind of want to do the opposite. We definitely don't want to say that third parties have been benefited. We want to say that they've been harmed. So the way we get around this is we add a negative sign in front of the MEB. So we're saying, hey, third parties, I'm not going to give you a benefit. I'm going to give you a minus benefit, which means I'm harming you. I'm going to take away benefits from you. I'm really kind of adding a cost onto you, or not really a benefit. So let's just write that. It's really clear. This MEB thing is a negative number. And then we go back to this equation. MSB equals MPB. No longer plus MEB. It's going to be minus MEB. So MSB equals MPB minus MEB. I think I've repeated myself, but that is going to be a negative number. And as a result of this, your MSB curve will be lower at every unit than the MPB curve. This MEB has dragged down the benefits that the individual faced and has said, hey, society actually benefits less than you're thinking about. So this MEB has been dragging down the MPB. Remember, a free market produces where MPC equals MPB, which I have circled here. That's going to be producing at QFM and PFM. What would be best is if we had produced where MSC equals MSB, which is at the social optimum, at QSO and PSO. It would have been best if people had demanded less, which would have resulted in lower quantity and lower price. That would have been the best. But unfortunately, the free market doesn't do this. The free market, by producing QFM, overconsumes compared to QSO. Too many resources have been allocated to this market, so there is market failure. To work out this welfare loss area, here's where it gets like even more fun. If it wasn't fun before, it's even more fun. Take the units between the social optimum and take the units between the free market allocation. Here in this example, I'm using 6, 7, and 8. And you want to track the benefits that that's had. So the benefits that the 6th unit has had is 3, and the 7th has had 2 and 1. Remember that more units have less of a benefit for that like unit. And track the MSC 5, 6, and 7 and work out the total net welfare impact. The 6th unit only adds 3 to benefits, 5 to costs, so that actually harms society by 2. So if there was 100 total welfare at 5, Now there's 98 at 6. The 7th unit reduces welfare by 4, meaning I have 94 welfare in this made-up case. At 8, minus 6, meaning I have 88 total welfare in this made-up case. So all of these units between the QFM and QSO that have been overproduced, all of these units had MSC exceeding MSB, which meant that they created a net welfare loss to society, and the sum of all the welfare loss is the sum of all that net welfare impact, which is 12 in this case. So we're going to find that all of this kind of shaded area ends up being the net social welfare loss due to producing at QFM and not QSO. If you want a shortcut, I've written it here. The loss in welfare is drawn for all units between QFM and QSO. Just grab the difference between the MSC and the MSB. And that's it. Hope to catch you in my next video talking about positive externalities in production. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye!